just call one person at the introduction. Because of the basics, call one up before we take the line and sit on the chairs. Garcia is going to be more active, the courtroom, everyone, Maricopa,
Todos de pie.
Folks, have a seat.
Toman asiento. For the record, Your Honor, Sylvia Fisher, court interpreter.
All right, thanks, Ms. Fisher. Give me just one moment. We'll go ahead and do our initial advisements.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good morning. I'm Commissioner Procco. This is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for May 2nd, 2025.
Buenos días, soy la Commissioner Procco. Estas son las vistas iniciales de las 11 de la mañana para el 2 de mayo del 2025.
The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA by the Sheriff's Office that were made on the 2 a.m. calendar on the first day of this month shall apply to, on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar.
Las órdenes judiciales en cuanto a la toma de huellas dactilares y muestras de ADN que fueron emitidas por la oficina del sheriff a las 2 de la mañana durante la primera lista de causas de este mes también se aplicarán a todas las audiencias del día de hoy.
All right, when you hear your name, please step up to the podium that's here in the center of the courtroom.
Al escuchar su nombre, acérquense al podio que se encuentra en el medio de la sala.
At the end of your hearing today, you are going to be receiving paperwork, and that will cover everything we go over. So that includes your next court dates as well as all of your release conditions.
Después de la audiencia, recibirán la documentación que va a incluir todo de lo que hemos conversado durante la audiencia, incluyendo sus citas judiciales y sus condiciones de libertad.
Please keep in mind you have the right to remain silent. Everything you say in the courtroom is being recorded, both audio and video, and could be used in a future court proceeding.
Deben tener en cuenta que tienen el derecho a guardar silencio. Cualquier cosa que digan se está grabando por audio y por video y sus declaraciones se pueden usar en su contra en una audiencia en el futuro.
All right, we're going to start today with Alan Urena Rivas. After that, we'll have Mona Salome.
Primero vamos a comenzar con Alan Urena Rivas.
All right, so please state your full name and date of birth.
Señor, por favor, su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento.
Alan Giovanni Ureña Rivas, de 1995, del 5 de noviembre.
Alan Giovanni Ureña Rivas, 1995, November 5th.
All right, so you're here for a new case out of Superior Court. There are 4 counts that have been submitted.
Usted se encuentra aquí por un nuevo caso de Tribunal Superior. Hay 4 puntos acusatorios en su contra.
1 count of aggravated assault, which is a Class 3 felony, and 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony.
Un punto acusatorio de agresión con agravante, delito de clase 3. Un punto acusatorio de tenencia de un arma prohibida, de un arma por una persona prohibida, delito de clase 4.
1 count of unlawful discharge of a firearm within city limits, which is a Class sixth felony and 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony.
Un punto acusatorio de disparo ilícito de un arma de fuego dentro de los límites de la ciudad, delito de clase 6. Un punto acusatorio de tenencia de drogas narcóticas, delito de clase 4.
The Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you in this matter. The court dates you have at this time are a status conference May 8th and preliminary hearing May 12th, both at 8:30.
Voy a designar a la Oficina de Defensoría Pública para representarlo en este caso. Tiene usted las siguientes citas judiciales. Una audiencia de actualización el 8 de mayo, una audiencia preliminar el 12 de mayo. Las dos audiencias a las 8:30 de la mañana.
Those hearings will take place at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. The address for that court will be included in your paperwork.
Las audiencias se van a llevar a cabo en el Tribunal Superior que se encuentra en el centro de Phoenix. La dirección figurará en la documentación que va a recibir.
Given the nature of the offense, the alleged use of a firearm, you do have a bond in this matter, which is a $100,000 secured appearance bond.
Tomando en cuenta la naturaleza de los supuestos ilícitos que usted cometió y por el hecho de que tenía supuestamente un arma en su poder, voy a fijar una fianza carcelaria con garantía de $100,000.
You are also ordered not to return to the scene of the offense or of any contact with any alleged victim or witness in this matter.
Le ordeno no regresar al lugar donde supuestamente se consumaron los ilícitos. No puede tener contacto con ninguna víctima o cualquier.
Do you have any questions regarding the information that I've just gone through?
La pregunta acerca de la información que acabo de revisar con usted.
All right, he shook his head, so we're going to go ahead and have you go and step over to the left, and we'll get you your paperwork.
Señor, pasa a su lado izquierdo, recoja su documentación y puede tomar asiento.
And Ms. Fisher, would you be willing just to check to see if there's anyone else here who does need the assistance of an interpreter? I believe that was all we had.
Of course, Your Honor. ¿Hay alguien más que requiera los servicios de la intérprete? En caso que sí, por favor, levante la mano.
Nobody? All right, looks like that was everybody. Thanks for your assistance today.
Thank you.
All right, Mona, Salome, and then Kevin Love will be up after that. Okay, your full name and date of birth.
Mona Salome, August 6, 71.
All right, thank you. So you are here for two separate cases today. The first one I have here is going to be a new case out of Superior Court. The count in which probable cause was found was 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, which is a class 4 felony. They did also submit a count of possession of narcotic drugs, which I did not find probable cause on, at least not at this time. So the Office of Public Defense Services has been appointed to represent you in this matter. You currently have a status conference set on May 8 at 8:30, evidentiary hearing May 9 at 1:30, and a preliminary hearing May 12th at 8:30. Those are going to be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. I do show you're currently on felony release in another matter. That's the other case we have here today, which is PR 2022-104529. Since you were on felony release in that matter on the date this new offense allegedly occurred, pursuant to Arizona law, you are required to be held without bond at this time. So that means you're not eligible for release on the new charge. That is why we set that evidentiary hearing. That's the court date on May 9th. That's the court date I'm required to set here today in order to allow the court to review your non-bondable status. Because if they were to continue to hold you without bond at that point, they would have to make some additional legal findings. So in your next matter, that's your open felony case. You now have a status conference set on May 8 at 8:30, and in that matter, the bond in the warrant's been affirmed. That one has a $10,000 secured appearance bond. We'll get you paperwork that'll have that information in it, but do you have any questions regarding that?
Yeah, I thought I had a $10,000 bond. Was that for the first case?
That's for your open felony case. So that's the warrant that was issued back on August of 2023 when you failed to appear at your sentencing. That case has a $10,000 bond,
Okay.
but you have a no bond hold.
No bond hold.
In your new case. So in the new felony charge that came in,
Okay.
you are non-bondable in that matter. So you're not eligible for release in that case.
Okay. When would I be bondable. Will I be ever bondable or no?
So again, that's why we set those evidentiary hearings. That's
Okay.
the hearing that we set in order to allow the court to review that. So that's the specific purpose of that hearing.
Okay, thank you.
All right, if you want to go and step over, you can go and pick up that paperwork that's over there. All right, so we have Kevin Love and then Adrian Guzman will be up after that. All right, sir, your full name and date of birth.
My full name is Kevin Patrick Love, and 12787.
All right, thank you, sir. So you're here for a new case out of Superior Court. The charges here today are 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs for sale, Class 2 felony, 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. That's actually a Class 3 misdemeanor, not a 1. So in this matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You have a status conference set on May 8th at 8:30 a.m., evidentiary hearing May 9 at 1:30 p.m., and a preliminary hearing May 12th at 8:30. Those are all going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. In this matter, I show you are also on felony release in another case. So that's actually in CR 2024-138581. But because you were on felony release in that case, at the time this offense allegedly occurred and probable cause was found, you are required to be held without bond in your new matter. And again, that's why we set those evidentiary hearings. That's the court date set in order to allow the court to review that. And no, it doesn't matter if your case is currently in diversion. If you have a suspended prosecution status, that is still considered to be an open felony matter. If you commit a new felony offense while being on felony release, you are automatically going to be held without bond. Do you have any questions regarding anything that I've just gone over?
Yes, ma'am. I didn't commit anything. He found everything on the ground and he blamed it on me. I mean, that wasn't my property.
You've been appointed an attorney to represent you, so you can certainly speak with your attorney regarding any defenses you have applied or you believe applied. I've already found probable cause in your matter.
Okay.
All right.
I only saw I did trespass.
Go ahead and step over to your left, and you can go ahead and pick up your paperwork and have a seat. We have Adrian Guzman, and then George Marquez will be up next. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Adrian Guzman, December 27, 2003.
All right, thank you, sir. We're here for a new case out of Superior Court, and the charges in your matter are 1 count of armed robbery, which is a Class 2 felony, 1 count of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony, and 1 count of theft of a means of transportation. That's also a Class 3 felony. This has an offense date of December 13 of 2024. So in your matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You have a court date of a status conference May 8th, preliminary hearing May 12th, both at 8:30. Those are going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Given the nature of your offense, and specifically I'm referring to the use of a weapon during an alleged carjacking, you do have a bond in this matter. That's a $150,000 secured appearance bond. If you post bond and are released from custody, it would be subject to the supervision of pretrial services with electronic monitoring to be added prior to your release. You're also going to be ordered not to return to the scene of the offense, not to have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, or co-defendant in this matter. You are not to possess any weapons while on release. Do you have any questions regarding any of that?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, if you want to step over, you can go ahead and have a seat over there. We've got Mr. Marquez. Isaiah Alvarado will be up next.
Hello. Good morning.
All right, sir, your full name and date of birth.
Jorge Andres Marquez, 10/31/1980.
All right, thank you, sir. So you are here for a new case out of Superior Court. This is alleging 1 count of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. So in your matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You have a status conference at May 8th, preliminary hearing May 12th, both at 8:30. Those will be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. In this matter, based on a review of your extensive criminal history, as well as the nature of the offense that you're here for, which does involve the alleged use of a knife resulting in injury, you do have a bond in this matter. That's a $75,000 secured appearance bond. Now, if you post bond and are released from custody, you're also going to be ordered not to return to the scene of the offense or have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, You're not to possess any weapons while on release. You do have a second matter here. This is going to be for a warrant that was issued out of the South Mountain Justice Court. So in that matter, an arraignment hearing's been set May 7 at 8:30 at the South Mountain Justice Court. I did reduce that bond down to a $500 secured appearance bond, but I do need to put something in place there since you are being held in that first matter. Because I did set a bond in that case, I did also appoint counsel to represent you for that limited purpose as required by Rule 6.1. Do you have any questions regarding either of these two matters I've just gone through?
No, ma'am, thank you.
All right, if you want to go and step over, go ahead and pick up that paperwork over there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so we've got Isaiah Alvarado and then Justin Schrag will be up next. All right, your full name and date of birth.
Isaiah Alvarado, or Isaiah Cameron Alvarado, it's going to be 0604-1997, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You are here for a new case out of Superior Court. The charge here is 1 count of stalking, a Class 5 felony. So in this matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You do have a status conference set on May 8th with the preliminary hearing May 12th, both at 8:30, and those will be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Based on the nature of the offense that you're here for, which does allege repeated conduct and threats, you do have a bond in this matter, and that's a $25,000 secured appearance bond. If you post bond and are released from custody, you would be subject to the supervision of pretrial services and have electronic monitoring added prior to your release from any facility. The electronic monitoring has been ordered because you have additional orders that you are not to have any contact whatsoever with the alleged victim in this matter or any complainant or witness. You cannot return to the scene of the offense. You are not to possess any weapons while on release. If there is already an order of protection or is an order of protection issued, you do have to obey those terms as well. Do you have any questions regarding that information?
So I'm not going to be released today then?
If you're unable to post bond and you would remain in custody, you'd be transported to attend your court dates. The next one you have here is going to be on May 8th. All right, any additional questions?
No, so then.
All right. We've got Justin Schrag and then Guillermo Mosquito will be up next. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Justin Schrag, April 21st, 1984.
All right, thank you, sir. So you've got 4 separate cases here today. I'll go ahead and start with, let's see, you've got multiple courts here too. All right, I'll start with your out-of-county warrant. So this is going to be for a warrant that was issued out of the Prescott Justice Court in their case CF 2024-50. In that matter, they've set an arraignment hearing for you on May 7 at 8:30. That would be at the Prescott Justice Court. The bond in their warrant's been affirmed. That's a $5,000 secured appearance bond. Now, I did give you that hearing for May 7 because you have multiple cases here now in Maricopa County. It's entirely possible that date could get moved, okay? Because they might have you attend your court dates out here before addressing.
So that's $5,000 bond?
That one's a $5,000.
Okay. So do I have bond? Am I bondable on my others?
You're bondable in your other matters, but you do have bonds in all of them, okay?
Okay,
so
how much is it all total?
I'm going to go through each individual case here for you.
Okay.
You're also going to get paperwork that will have all of your amounts on it, okay? All right, so you do have 2 Superior Court cases here. The first one is a warrant that was issued for a direct complaint, and that's for 1 count of theft of a means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, 1 count of burglary in the 3rd degree. It's actually a Class 4 felony, and that has an offense date of May 27 of 2023. So in that matter, your court dates are going to be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. That'll be a status conference May 8th, preliminary hearing May 12th, both at 8:30, and the public defender has been appointed to represent you. In that case, the bond and the warrant's been affirmed. That's a $1,500 secured appearance bond.
Okay.
In all these matters, you do have orders not to return to the scene of the offense or have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness.
Okay.
So your other Superior Court case is the new matter you were just brought in on.
Yeah.
So this is for a new charge in Superior Court alleging 1 count of theft, a Class 3 felony. That one has the offense dated back on December 6th of 2024. So in that matter, public defenders appointed as well. Status conference set May 8th, preliminary hearing May 12th, so same court date as the first one. In this matter, based on the amount of the theft, as well as a review of your history, which already includes prior failures to appear on multiple felony convictions, including multiple prior DOC terms, leading to the assumption that if convicted here, you will be looking at DOC. Again, you do have a bond. That's a $20,000 secured appearance bond.
What secure appearance mean?
Secured means you are able to work with a bail bonding
Okay.
company in order to post those amounts.
Okay.
So all of these bonds that I'm going through are going to be secured appearance. I don't think you
Okay.
have any cash.
Okay.
So final matter here is a municipal court warrant out of the Goodyear Municipal Court. So in that matter, they've set an arraignment hearing May 7 at 8:30 at the Goodyear Municipal Court. That case, the bond and the warrant, which has been affirmed, is a $2,500 secured
Okay.
appearance bond. So again, all these amounts are going to be provided to you, so you'll have everything there in front of you. But do you have any questions regarding any of these individual cases?
No.
All right, so if you want to go and step over, you go and pick up that paperwork. Thank you.
So my sister's gonna bond me out, she's over bail bonding?
So yeah, you'll have phones in the back that you can reach out. She can go through a bail bonding company, correct?
Okay.
All right, so we've got Guillermo Mosqueda and Brian McDonough will be up next. All right, sir, your full name and date of birth. Oh, let me get you the headphones. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, is that any better?
Yeah.
Okay. And sir, if you could state your full name and date of birth.
Guillermo Luis Mesquita, second, 7/31/86.
All right, thank you. You were here for two separate cases. The first one's going to be the new case you were just brought in on. This is for a new matter out of Superior Court. Now, the charges there are going to be 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs for sale, 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs for sale, both Class 2 felonies, 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, also Class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. That's actually a Class 3 misdemeanor, not a 1. So in this matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed. You have a status conference set on May 8th, preliminary hearing May 12th, both at 8:30. That's going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Now, in this first matter, based on a review of your history, which already includes about 3 prior failures to appear from the last 12 months, as well as the fact you're currently on supervised probation and were just reinstated, you do have a bond that's a $1,500 secured appearance bond. Your next case you have here is your probation matter. So that has been added to the calendar today for a Term 1 violation. So in the probation matter, public defenders appointed as well, revocation arraignment hearing May 8 at 8:30, and your bond there is a $500 secured appearance bond. So it's going to be $2,000 totals for both. If you postpone and are released from custody, you're still on supervised probation. You still need to abide by all terms. That does include contacting probation within 72 hours. Any questions regarding any of that? All right, so if you want to go ahead and step over and go ahead and pick up that paperwork, thank you.
Okay.
All right, so we have Brian McDonough and Brenda Fry will be up after that. All right, sir, your full name and date of birth.
Right, Christopher McDonough, November 29th, 1990.
All right, thank you, sir. So you've got 2 separate cases here today. Both of these are your probation matters. So in each probation case, there was a warrant issued for a petition to revoke filed. It alleges a violation of terms 3, 4, 5, 7, and 15 of your probation terms. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed. You have a revocation arraignment hearing May 8 at 8:30. And in each of these matters, the bond and the warrant's been affirmed. The first one's a $2,000 secured appearance bond. Second one is $500, so it's $2,500 total for both. Since you're on IPS for your level of supervision, you do need to contact probation within 24 hours if you are released, rather than the standard 72. Do you have any questions regarding that?
No, ma'am.
All right, sir, if you want to step over and go ahead and have a seat at this time, thank you, sir. All right, Brenda Fry and then Luis Villa will be up next. Hi, Ms. Fry, if you could state your full name and date of birth, ma'am.
It's Brenda Lee Fry, 9/28/65.
Thank you. So you've got a grand jury warrant here. This is for an indictment that's been filed that alleges 1 count of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. The offense date is February 14 of 2021. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you in this matter. You do currently have an arraignment hearing set on May 9 at 8:30. That'll be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. The bond in that warrant's been affirmed. That's a $1,500 secured appearance bond. You'll get all that information here in a moment, but do you have any questions regarding it?
No, sir, no, thank you.
All right, if you want to go and step over, you can go ahead and have a seat at this time. Thank you. All right, Luis Villa, and then we've got Gabriel Perez. All right, so your full name and date of birth.
Luis Alfonso Villa, January 22nd, 88.
All right, so you are here for 5 separate cases here today. So all 5 of these, I believe, are your probation matters. Yep, all of these are going to be for warrants that were issued for petitions to revoke filed in each probation case. So that alleges a violation of terms 3 and 5 of your probation term. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed. You have a revocation arraignment hearing May 8 at 8:30. And in this matter, the bond in each warrant's been affirmed. Each of these has some different amounts. The first one's $250. The next 2 are each $500. The next one is $750. The 5th and final one is $100. These are all going to be secured appearance bonds. If you do post bond and you are released from custody, you're still on supervised probation. You do still have to abide by the same terms you had before. That does include contacting probation within 72 hours. Do you have any questions regarding that? All right, if you want to go ahead and step over, you can go ahead and pick up your paperwork for those matters. All right, so we have Gabriel Perez and then Joseph Correa will be up after that. We have Ms. Perez.
Gabriel.
Hi, ma'am. Your full name and date of birth.
Gabriel Perez, 7/14/99.
All right, thank you. So you've got 3 separate matters here that we need to cover. The first one's going to be a new case out of Superior Court. This one is alleging 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony, 1 count of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, that's actually class 3 misdemeanor, not a 1. In this matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed. You have a status conference set on May 8th with a preliminary hearing May 12th, both at 8:30, and those will be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. In this matter, I did a $50 placeholder bond because you are going to have a bond in your other 2 matters here, which are your probation cases. So I do want to make sure they know that you're in custody in this matter as well if you don't post these other 2. So your next 2 cases are those probation matters, each of which are here for a term 1 violation. So in those matters, the public defender has been appointed as well. Revocation arraignment hearing May 8 at 8:30. The bond in each of those each of those matters is $250, so it's $550 total for all 3. If you post bond and are released from custody, you are still on supervised probation. So you do still need to abide by those terms, including contacting probation within 72 hours. Any questions about that? All right, if you want to go and step over, you can go and pick up that paperwork that's over there. All right, so we have Joseph Correa, and then Brian Meyer will be up after that. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Joseph Henry Correa, February 22nd, 1997.
All right, thank you, sir. So you've got 2 separate cases here today. The first one's going to be the new matter you were just brought in on. This is for a new case out of Superior Court alleging 1 count of criminal trespass in the 1st degree of class 6 felony. So in that matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed. You do have a status conference set May 8th at 8:30 a.m., preliminary hearing May 12th at 8:30. Those are going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Based on the review of your prior history, as well as the fact you're currently on felony probation, you do have a bond in this matter. That's a $500 secured appearance bond. You also have orders not to return to the scene of the offense or have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, witness, or co-defendant in this matter. Now, your other matter we have here is that probation case, which is here for a term 1 violation. So in that matter, public defender is appointed as well. Revocation arraignment hearing May 8 at 8:30, and that matter has a $500 secured appearance bond as well. So $1,000 total for both. So if you do post bond and are released, you do need to contact probation within 72 hours. Do you have any questions regarding that? All right, so if you want to go and step over, that information will be in your paperwork as well. We've got Mr. Meyer, and then Frederick Ruff will be up next. All right, so your full name and date of birth?
Brian Meyer, 21586.
All right, thank you, sir. You've got 2 separate cases here today. The first one is the new matter that just came in. So this will be for a new case in Superior Court. The charges that were submitted are 1 count of shoplift, a class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, which was submitted as a class 1 misdemeanor. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed. You do have a status conference set May 8 with a preliminary hearing May 12th, both at 8:30. And in this matter, based on a review of your history as well as your probation status in your other case, you do have a bond. That's a $500 secured appearance bond with orders not to return to the scene or have any contact with a complainant or witness. Your probation case is here for a term 1, and the public defender is appointed there as well. Revocation arraignment hearing May 8 at 8:30, and you also have a $500 secured appearance bond there also. So that's a $1,000 total for both. You do need to contact probation within 72 hours if you are released from custody as part of your probation terms. Do you have any questions at this time? All right, sir, if you want to go and step over, you can go ahead and have a seat. All right, so we have Frederick Ruff, and then Antoinette Perez will be up next. All right, sir, your full name and date of birth?
Patrick West, 7/12/91.
All right, thank you, sir. So you've got 2 separate cases here today. These are both probation violation warrants that were issued. In each of those probation matters, there was a petition to revoke filed. It looks like terms 4 and 13 are the terms that they allege to have been violated. The public defender's office has been appointed in both. So you do have a revocation arraignment hearing May 8 at 8:30, and the bond in each warrant's been affirmed. Each of those has a $250 secured appearance bond, so it's $500 total for both. If you do postpone and are released, you're still on supervised probation. You do still need to abide by those terms, including contacting probation within 72 hours. Do you have any questions about either of those?
No.
All right, sir, if you want to go and step over, you can go ahead and have a seat at this time. Thank you. All right, so we've got Ms. Perez, and then Brianna Rossiter will be up next. Hi, ma'am, your full name and date of birth?
Antoinette Joseph Perez, 9583.
All right, thank you. So you're here for 2 separate cases here today. The first one's a new case out of Superior Court. The charge there is 1 count of criminal trespass in the 1st degree, which is a Class 6 felony. So in that matter, the public defender's office has been appointed. You have a status conference set on May 8 at 8:30 with a preliminary hearing May 12th at 8:30. And those will be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. So in your matter, based on a review of your history, your probation status, and specifically in this case, I did take into account the allegation that you did attempt to run from law enforcement and to evade contact. You do have a bond. That's a $500 secured appearance bond with the additional orders that you are not to return to the scene of the offense, not have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness in this matter. Your next case here is going to be that probation matter, which is now here for a petition to revoke that was filed alleging a violation of terms 3 and 5. So the public defender's office has been appointed. Revocation arraignment hearing set May 8. And in that matter, the bond and the warrant's been affirmed. That's $250, so it's $750 total for both matters. If you do postpone and are released, you do need to contact probation within 72 hours.
Thank you.
Ms. Rossiter, and then we've got Corey Crane up after that. All right, ma'am, your full name and date of birth?
Brianna Rossiter, 042790.
All right, thank you. So you're here for a probation violation warrant that was issued. That is for a petition to revoke filed alleging a violation of terms 3 and 5 of your probation terms. So the public defender's office has been appointed. You do have a revocation arraignment hearing May 8 at 8:30. That's going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And in that matter, the bond in your warrant's been affirmed. This one's a $250 secured appearance bond. And that's the amount you have to post to be released prior to that next court date. And if you do end up posting and you are released, you do need to contact probation within 72 hours. Do you have any questions regarding that? All right, ma'am, you can go ahead and step over. Looks like your paperwork's ready to go as well. We've got Corey Crane and then Marcos Baker Fernandez up after that. All right, sir, your full name and date of birth?
Corey Lewis Crane, 8686.
All right, thank you. So you were here for a probation violation warrant that was issued. In your matter, there was a petition to revoke filed alleging a violation of terms 3 and 5. The public defender's office has been appointed. You do have a revocation arraignment hearing May 8 at 8:30. That's going to be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And the bond in your warrant's been affirmed. That's $250, a secured appearance bond. If you do postpone, you do still need to contact probation within 72 hours and comply with those terms.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All right, so we have Marcos Baker Fernandez and then Devin Helsel will be up next. All right, sir, your full name and date of birth?
Marcos Baker Fernandez, 05/24/2005.
All right, thank you, sir. So you are here because there's an out-of-county warrant that came up. It's an Apache Junction Municipal Court warrant. And let's see, this might have even been issued while you were in custody because I think you've been in for a while. So it looks like, yeah, this was issued just recently, like within the last couple of days, so while you were in custody, okay?
Okay.
So in this matter, they've set an arraignment hearing May 7 at 8:30. That could be changed because you do still have, it looks like, some cases here in Maricopa County, or you do still have some court dates pending. So because you are already being held in that other case that you have here, I did go ahead and affirm the bond in this one. That's a $100 bond. I did that so they know you're in custody this time, so they don't just issue another warrant when you don't appear at your next court date.
Okay.
Okay, any questions regarding that?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we have Devin Helsel, and then Taj North will be up next. All right, sir, your full name and date of birth?
Devin Drew Helsel, Your Honor. Oh, sorry, 9389, I'm sorry.
Thank you. No, you're fine. All right, so you're here for a new case out of the Manny Justice Court. It's for one count of driving on a suspended license, a Class 1 misdemeanor. You're not entitled to court-appointed counsel due to the nature of the charge there, since it's a misdemeanor offense that doesn't otherwise qualify.
Yes, ma'am.
You do, of course, have the right to retain an attorney on your own behalf to represent you. So an arraignment hearing is set May 21 at 10:30. That'll be at the Manny Justice Court.
Yes, ma'am.
Given the nature of the charge, since this is a traffic offense, you are being released on your own recognizance. That is going to be your promise to appear.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions regarding that?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Go ahead and step over and go ahead and have a seat. All right, so we've got Mr. North, and then Julissa Gomez will be up after that. All right, Mr. North, go ahead and state your full name and date of birth.
Taj North, April 10th, 1999.
Thank you, sir. So you're here for a new case out of Superior Court. It is alleging one count of unlawful failure to return rental property, a Class 5 felony. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you.
Okay.
You currently have a status conference set May 16. Preliminary hearing May 20, both at 8:30. That's going to be at the Superior Court.
Okay.
And in this matter, I am going to be following the PSA recommendation based on a review of your history. You are being released on your own recognizance.
Yep.
That is going to be your promise to appear.
Appreciate you.
And you do need to, you do have the additional orders not to return to the scene of the offense, no contact with complainant or witness, and no contact with the company.
Right, okay, good question, right? When I go to court, I got all my screenshots to show that I was in compliance and communicating with them.
That's for your attorney.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, provide that information to your attorney, okay?
Okay, I got you.
All right, all right, thank you.
Thank you so much, thank you.
All right, so we've got Julissa Gomez, and then Malachi Connor will be up next.
Julissa? Go ahead. You have stuff here.
Hi, ma'am, if you can state your full name and date of birth.
Julissa Elena Gomez, 12188.
All right, thank you. So you are here for a new case out of Superior Court. This is alleging one count of criminal trespass in the first degree. That is a Class 6 felony. The Public Defender's Office has been appointed to represent you. You have a status conference set May 16, preliminary hearing May 20, both at 8:30. Those will be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. In this matter, based on a review of your history, or actually I think your lack thereof, you are being released on your own recognizance. That is going to be your promise to appear with the additional orders that you not have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, witness, not return to the scene of the offense, no contact with any co-defendant. Do you have any questions regarding that?
No, thank you.
All right, if you want to go and step over, you can go ahead and pick up that paperwork that's over there. All right, so we've got Malachi Connors and then Jennifer Hazel up after that. Show any kind of case to for Mr. Connors to come in. I know there's not one on our calendar, but there's nothing that's come in. Hold on one second, Mr. Connors. Okay. All right, sir, go ahead and state your full name and date of birth.
Malachi Justin Connor, 0607-2002.
All right, thank you. So you're here for a new case out of the El Mirage Municipal Court. That's going to be for 2 counts of shoplifting, both Class 1 misdemeanors. In this matter, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel due to the nature of the charge, since it is a misdemeanor offense that doesn't otherwise qualify. You do have the right to retain an attorney on your own behalf to represent you. You do have an arraignment hearing May 20 at 8 a.m. That'll be at the El Mirage Municipal Court. In this matter, you're being released on your own recognizance with the additional orders that you not return to the scene, not have any contact with any alleged complainant or witness. Do you have any questions?
Yes, Your Honor.
What question?
Hello.
Okay. All right, do you want to go and step over? You can go and pick up your paperwork there. All right, so we have Jennifer Hazel, and then Marcellus Andrews will be up next.
I don't see anything pending.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was in.
Hello, Jennifer Ann Hazel, 4/25/1972.
All right, thank you. So you are here for a new case out of Superior Court. Now, the charges here are going to be 1 count of theft. That's a Class 6 felony. That's the only count I found probable cause on. They did submit an additional 2 counts of possession of dangerous drugs, but they did submit it as for sale. So no probable cause was found there. So in this matter, the Public Defender's Office has been appointed. We do have a status conference set on May 16 with a preliminary hearing, May 20, both at 8:30. And those will be at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. In this matter, I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. It is your promise to appear. You do have the additional orders not to return to the scene of the offense or have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. Do you have any questions? All right, if you want to go and step over, you can go and pick up that paperwork that's there. All right, so we've got Mr. Andrews. I show he is the last one, at least in the courtroom, to be seen. All right, Mr. Andrews, go and state your full name and date of birth.
Marcellus Andrews, 0509-1986.
Was it 96?
1996, yeah.
Okay, all right. So you're here for a new case out of Superior Court. The charge that came in is 1 count of burglary in the 2nd degree, which is a Class 3 felony. I was not able to find probable cause on the charge that they submitted here today. So that doesn't necessarily mean this case is going away, but I was not provided with information based on the charge that they put in, okay? So in this matter, I'm still appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I still have to set some court dates here. That's a status conference May 16 with a preliminary hearing May 20, both at 8:30 at the Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Because I was not able to find probable cause, I can't set any release conditions. So you're being released without any conditions being imposed here.
Okay.
Now, I do just want to warn you that if they do end up filing charges in this matter and you don't appear at your court date that I just gave you, that a warrant still could issue for your arrest, okay? I did provide the number for the court in your paperwork here so that you can call a couple days in advance to verify those details.
So I get to go home today?
You are being released in this matter. I can't hold you on it. Yeah, I didn't find probable cause, so there's no hold here.
Okay.
Okay?
All
right, if you want to go and step over, you can go and pick up that paperwork there. All right, so we've got 2 separate house calls here. I'll start with Justin Proctor, date of birth 1/30/88. Looks like he's an ISO for being combative. All right, he's here for a new case out of the El Mirage Municipal Court for 3 counts of disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanors. An attorney will be appointed at his next court date. Arraignment hearing is going to be set May 20th at 8 a.m. at the El Mirage Municipal Court. And in this matter, he is being released on his own recognizance with orders not to return to the scene of the offense of any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness in this matter. Next one is going to be for Hector Juarez, date of birth 1/10/67. He's here, who's also ISO, but he's NASWA, right? Danger to self. Is that right? That he's a NASWA.
ISO alone as a danger to self.
Okay, so he's here for a warrant that was issued for a direct complaint filed alleging 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, with an offense date of November 6, 2024, and the public defender has been appointed. Status conference set May 16 with a preliminary hearing May 20, both at 8:30. And in that matter, he is being released subject to the supervision of pretrial services. All right, I show that is everybody. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recorder.